Hello, Yaaseen. It's been a while now.
Hello, Simon. Yo, look at you. You've grown.
Out. I've grown out, not up.
Good evening, everybody. To anyone that is listening, we're recording at night, so that's why I'm saying evening as respect. Hopefully, it will be evening sometime there by you. But yeah, we are a bit late with this episode.
A week late.
But it's fine, guys. You must accept us.
Yes. You don't have to, but yeah, look here, please just do. So Yaaseen, how you doing? What's new?
Yo, it's been an interesting time. I've been traveling a lot. I've been in Joburg. Someone also came up to say that they enjoy this podcast. So to that girl that was listening, thank you for coming up. And just to Simon, she was real. Please just tell Simon that you're real. Anyway, it's been busy on my side. Things are picking up. People are getting back to stage, and I'm very grateful that
it's a busy time of the year for you now.
It's like all the plans we made in the winter is now coming together, which is lekker.
It sounds like you're coming out of hibernation like you're a bear or a squirrel.
My hair is a bit longer and I am very hungry constantly.
Okay.
It's like a bear and a squirrel. In my mind, that's what they do.
Thanks for asking. I'm also doing well. And I've not been too busy. I've been watching a lot of series and stuff. Maybe.
What are you watching?
I watched Blood and Water. I watched Squid Games. And it's so interesting because you didn't watch it yet, no?
Not yet.
But we spoke about the games now from when we were children and stuff now. And they somehow did it's stuck normal on that. If you guys haven't watched it, you must check it out. Also, we're not getting paid for saying that. It's just a mad show to watch. Yo.
I hope for the next season, then they take our podcast to base it on.
So where are we going this week, Yaaseen?
So we coming into braai season. It's warm outside. Weekends are lekker. I think it's time for braais. So this week we are tackling an important structure in South African culture, the braai.
The braai, see, yo. Actually, it was just Heritage Day / Braai Day, which is always lekker. I did a paar lekker chops on the braai as well. I had a paar lekker doppen. But besides that, also I did types of mains at the braai pot too on my channel, which is also lekker to do. I really enjoy braai culture. It's kak mad how much stuff there is to observe, to take note of that people don't even see. These boxes people fill.
You know why braai is? I think braai is the closest to a holiday you can get in your garden.
Yeah.
Because you must pack for it first. You prepare. There's a lot of like moving that goes around. And the moment you start braaiing, that is the only thing you do. Like if you start braaiing in the morning, you braai till the night.
Yeah, but there's also that. But I mean, we're gonna get into it as well, a lot of it. But I mean, we have some contributors today, and just on contributors. I don't know which way I'm saying that. I think more and more we're gonna start asking people who's listening their views and stuff, and we'll be reaching out, which we have started doing as well. Because this week we actually have my big sister Stacey, who's also going to be contributing this week. So yeah, she's my big sister, and obviously love her a lot. And
is that the bio? You know, you're supposed to give it like a proper bio of like what school she went to, and
she went to Immaculata, and she went to Heathfield Primary, and she was always a lekker big sister. We always spoke. Maybe we have a big gap between us in years, but she's just the best.
Was she also like Juanita is a few years, like quite a like, there's a big gap between us. Juanita, my older sister. And in my mind, I'm just like, she was almost like an auntie. Because she had almost as much right to moor me as my mommy did. Yeah,
like I feel like Stacey's on par with the aunties, but also she's also mad like a sibling as well.
Yes.
You know, at the same time, which I obviously get about her the most.
And older siblings are the first influencer in your life. Because they're the ones that teach you about like fashion and music and like how to get away with goodies in the house.
And say big.
Booba. Okay, let's just equate the things.
Who you got on your side this week there?
And on I guess we have Donovan Goliath, comedian and meme maker and funny man on the internet.
He's very funny. He did that whole, remember the beginning of lockdown when he had all that brands and it was all like modeled around COVID, like stay home. I can't remember all of them. What do you remember them? There's
No.
so many of them.
Guys, you must follow him and then go find it. It's there in the look in the media on Twitter.
Yeah. And congratulations to him on his newborn.
Him and Davina
As well.
have a new baby girl.
Oh, yeah.
And then we have also comedian Richelieu Beaunoir. Such a fancy name, mate.
It is.
It feels like, what is Richelieu? Richelieu's whiskey, or is it?
The brandy.
Brandy. And then Beaunoir is the wrestler.
I think so. Chris Benoit, right?
Yeah.
Or something like that.
But we can't speak about him because, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Richelieu stems from Durban and now he lives in Joburg. And he didn't tell me for 3 years.
He must have done it. Ze wil mij graag in de Joburg alsjeblieft. Ik wil graag Joburg toe gaan. You know, that is such an iconic Sister skit. But anyways, we're not talking about that. Today we're talking about braai, Yaaseen.
The braai. I feel like, again, guys, there's so many things that happen at the braai and it's needed for the braai to be a braai.
Yeah. And we obviously having different types of braai because, I mean, when I've braied with some like staunch Muslims, I'm going to say that personally, they stick it with their own grill.
Yeah. I've always, like, I have a grill in my car right now. Wherever we go, there's a grill because I'm marine.
Not the one that's on the car, but like a real one.
That's why the grill is so big on the golf. We can fit more meat. And then also there's what you call it, ask also is the skill of Tetris.
Oh, yeah. The placement or,
Yes.
or the packing of the braai.
Because it's that you want to maximize chop to sausage ratio.
Yo, wow.
Guys, my mouth is dry here.
Again, like, and I think a lot of people or men will know when it comes to braaiing, that's why you get the serious braaiers as well. Like my cousin Steven, he's from pak uit his secondary braai because the whole family is sticking out, and then there's like a circular thing for the potjies also to slat on the side because you have to be prepared. But that is like main braai. But that's also besides the fact that he's got a Weber outside and then a secondary braai and then also a stukje for his obviously now his potjie. But on top of that he's got obviously the main breaker thing you want to have, which is an indoor braai. Carrots loud. Once you eat indoor braai or deep freeze stage, you have arrived as a fucking gullet.
It's also the thing of Steven sounds like the guy who knows that all the meat must be done at the same time.
Yeah.
Because there's some people, if you do it wrong, if you do the order of your meat wrong, now you're having warm, like very warm sausage or the warm chicken because the chicken goes quick. But then it's like the chops, nothing falls in the right time. Then
The
it must be really
chicken,
warm.
for me, if it comes to preparation, chicken on first, chops and stuff go so quickly at the end. Especially the way you want it, because chicken, I know people say it's going to be burny and stuff, but if you do it correctly, it should be fine and it should be enough to last. But again, there's going to be a lot of people who's going to say different things when it comes to this.
You sound like you are very bossy when it comes to the braai itself.
Nah, look, if it's someone else's braai and stuff, I'm going to be there just loitering around and I don't give a fuck. But if it's in my place and I have to sort it out, then I'm going to do it, whatever. But if I'm not braaiing, then I'm shaping. So look, I could hardly be bothered by what time I'm eating because I'm going to be too busy talking kak or having a game of dams or shaping mostly. Yeah, and it's fine. That's what's lekker about.
No, but
Keieren.
it's still an important role at the braai. So we asked Donovan, Richelieu, and Stacey. Stacey, I feel like is this coming out weird out of my mouth? Ratio.
I don't know.
Stacey. Anyway,
Crazy.
So the question was, what is your role at the braai? This was Donovan.
I can't wait to hear.
Whose role in your family is it to braai? It's my role. I nominate myself, of course, because I like attention and I like the responsibility and I like all the positive feedback at the end. When people say things like, oh my gosh, this is the best piece of meat I've ever had in my life. What is this? Is it Wagyu? I'm like, no, this is a normal chop from Pick and Pay. And they go, can't believe this. You are so talented. You should be an ultimate braai master, or there has to be a Michelin star of sorts, for braaiing. So yes, I guess I'm the braai master.
That's so interesting. Like he spoke lekker about the fact, like, he wants to be recognized for that, and everybody has in nuances. My favorite thing, or I'm known for, is I do marinades lekker. I enjoy doing marinades. And
how long must the marinade sit?
The thing is that I think just from trial and error, like if you do marinate your meat, it becomes super volatile to the fact that it can fucking burn, man. And the flames will take it on, and then you get that things like, someone get a fucking glass of water, me bro, get a jug. Then you lam in there like you're going holy water on the fucking fire now. Now you get, get a bigger jug, put more water in. And that is also a thing. So what I normally do with like chicken and stuff is spice and then use the base rather. It actually works out much more easier, and you have a much more easier fire to play with. But again, to each their own when it comes to that.
But also, I like that Donovan knows if you braaiing, you get credit for the entire day. Like if the meat is good, if the salad is good, if the area is good, it's because the person braaiing made it good.
I have an amazing story just about that.
Tell me.
So I'm at the stag, and it's a good long time ago. I was very young, but I was with my baruchi, and there's clone people that was there as well. But other man was braaiing there. Lekker. I don't want to say his name. Obviously, didn't speak to him about it, whatever. But let's just call him Fabian. I'm just going to say that's not his name. But Fabian is braaiing a whole day. Now, there's a heel some fucking means. There's the just brasse. Owens playing times. Owens is lamming there.
It's good
just
times.
Safe.
It's good times.
Clone means because the staggers now they're happening.
All the pillars of colored culture. Just
everything is happening, man, bro. So here it come to the end. Now they're going to say a few words before they eat now. Fabian gonna go away just because he didn't go to the toilet, but he's braaiing. I promise you, for fucking 4 hours, multiple girls and all that guy. He give the tongs over to this other, call him Mark. And Mark go there, and at the end there, you just see the host of the house come over. And he sees Mark there, now they say the speeches, and they say, and thank you so much to Mark for braaiing for everybody. And then Mark say, oh, it's no fucking problem. It is no. And Fabian's laughing, and like, what the fuck, man? Do you have any idea how we are laughing?
Did he call him out for it also?
Nah.
I really wish your Fabian should have fought him. I would have fought the brother.
It was too funny. It was too fucking funny.
But did the other men say no?
Not really. No one give a fuck.
But that's also the other thing is, once people start eating, they're eating. I don't care about anything else now. I'm eating. But
that's the thing, that the braai sometimes is not about the braai. It's just the reason why you're there to shape, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Like no one is actually caring that it's there, but it's just like about that maneuver, depending on who you're with, like combining family or brass you haven't seen in a while, or seeing strippers. But yeah.
Then we asked Richelieu.
Are we Yaaseen? Apologies for the late message. And also apologies for the sounds of all the birds in the background because I'm in the burbs. So first question was, whose role in the family is it to braai? So I can safely say that it's me. I braai at our family functions, my immediate family. And then when I go home to Durban, I stay in Joburg. When I go home, then it's still me. Unless someday, but my brother-in-law, he's got a smoker, then it's him. Because he braais the smoker for like the whole night. And then him and I sit the whole night. But I'm the guy who braais. Steak, 7 minutes aside. Chops a little bit longer. Get the fat crispy. And yeah, that's my role in the braai.
Sometimes I think people just do the braai because they don't live to do anything else. Or they find that they want to have a task to do. You know what I mean? Because some of the men will just go sit inside and watch the cricket or the rugby that's on. Or some, like my mommy, loves to gravitate around the sink so she can wash up as soon as there's dirty plates in someone's house. And I don't know why she does it, but it's one of her things that she loves doing, and God bless her for that.
So my brother-in-laws, they are the braai guys in the family. So when we do braai, then I just, I'll go fetch the bowl inside. No, I'll go do this. So I just walk around in the whole house, spend a bitchy time here, talk nonsense, go inside, almost help. Because, you don't really help you because they've got systems. I don't want to mess with the system. Then I let my sisters do inside what they need to. And I'll carry this. So
you don't want to be the braai and the braai that talk about that man over there to fucking fuck all the fucking time. You just stick it here to freak.
But you must look like you're doing something. That's the act, though. You must look like you're busy by everybody, so they all go, no, Yaaseen help with the braai, Yaaseen help with the salads.
That's what you do. You go fetch one bowl inside, then you just walk past every. Oh no, I'm just fetching the bowl for the Owens outside. Did you? Yeah. They just walk past the toilet. You just do 3 walk-bys with the same bowl to show that you were there. You know what I mean?
But Richelieu, I know the time that he spends on each one. Do you know that as by time, or do you just go, it feels right?
It depends on how you want it to look as well. I think that I know how it should look, but also with chicken, I'm very finicky because I don't want it to be fucked up chicken, and I don't want to make anybody sick. You know what I mean?
But you also the
looking
one
inside
dry
there-
also.
Yeah, but rather dry than dead for a person to get salmonella and stuff. You know what
That's
I mean?
but also the thing of there's salads at the braai, so chicken can be dry.
Um,
Do you know what I mean?
my friend
that
Dab
rhyme too
always
good.
says, "Die hoender is die sly," and that's because most of the Owens don't bring salads to braai.
Then we asked Stacey.
With regard to whose role in the family it is to braai, some people like to braai and other people like to talk at the braai. Unfortunately, my husband falls into the like to talk category. So normally someone will have to step in to keep him company, or he will get distracted and burn everything, or he will get distracted and not put everything on, and we will just eat very late. So he'll do it if it's at our place. If it's at someone else's place, no way. But there are reliable cousins who will step in and friends.
That is very true. We do have a lot of cousins to do, but just in Connie's defense, my sister's husband, he does bribe
Connie.
fuck. Yeah, Conrad.
Yeah. First, give us the proper name and then the nickname.
Connie. But he does this amazing fillet steak that he always does. It's like he's like main dish that he does,
Speciality.
and then he puts on a béarnaise, what's called sauce, and it's absolutely fucking real. But like I have several cousins who can also braai just, and they are absolutely talented. Because I mean, we go camping a lot. Our family, just for instance, and when we go camping, and we used to live at Tokai Forest, which I think we're gonna talk about at some point in this episode as well. But we love braaiing, and it's always been a thing for us. That's why I think with Stacey that she's mentioned that about our cousins and stuff.
No, but it also
And even Jill, my cousin Jill, she's fucking braaiing. She's like, no one's mentioned that before. Like, we haven't spoken about like females braaiing at all like that. And Jill is amazing at braaiing.
But again, it's a thing of as soon as you notice someone go do the other thing in terms of like when men go make the salads. Because I've been to a braai when
Oh, sorry, and my cousin Cindy. I don't want to forget her as well. Yes.
shout out to Cindy. But yeah. Oh, the other important thing that Stacey mentioned was the person that talks to the braai, to the braai man, the braai person at least. Because that person is also it's like you're the co-driver.
Assistant to the regional
Yeah.
braai. But also the co-skunker.
Yes.
Obviously, you would pour boba, but we would pour brand.
Or jive. Jajas or Zamzam water. I don't know. no, but that again, that person is actually also a valuable role. We mustn't take away from everybody that makes the day good. So shout out to the co-star, the co-drivers, buyers. Yeah.
There's a lot of people who contribute. Nah.
Who
Like
else
if you
is there?
think about the Bring and Braai, nah. Like
It's-
you know that you have a cousin. And I'm sure we're going to get there, Nana, who you like, I hope this person bring the curry noodle salad. You know it's like that's their thing.
It's also the guy who, I say guy, but guy means everybody, that goes to drive. You know, because we don't have ice. Okay, I'm going to go home. That brother that goes, he doesn't say, oh no, you take my keys. He goes, no, I'm going to drive.
But it kind of becomes irritating sometimes when there's multiple times that you must go. Because I don't used to know that because I used to be like the skippy because I was the youngest. Then I had to just go. But it's fine.
But the nice thing is, if you're the young one, then they normally give you the keys to someone else's car.
Yeah, and then you write it off.
Then you, then you get to drive your auntie's expensive car.
Yeah, I'll never forget that I had to drove my this Corolla. What was you doing, man?
Sorry for being. Then the next question we asked was, what's the funniest thing that happened at the braai? Let's go with Donovan.
Funniest thing that's ever happened at a braai. I think there's always something funny that happens at a braai. I don't think there's any braai where something funny hasn't happened or been said. But my favorite moment, I guess it's funny and embarrassing. A family had come over and they didn't drink at all, and they brought their own ice cream container full of meat that had been marinated. So we kind of had to braai separately for them. It was lamb. it was very fatty. So as I'm braaiing, the fat drips onto the coals, and then the flames jump up, and I'm drinking a beer at the time. So just natural instinct, I take the beer and I extinguish the flames. And of course spray the beer all over their meat, and they're watching all of this happen, and their jaws dropped. And to end up going to the shops to buy more meat for them. But 8 days, it was delicious with the meat. They should have just given it a shot.
Shame. That's tough, but he was in Braai mode. He was like, don't stand around me, I'm gonna kill these things now.
But also that thing of, at what time do you braai then for that people? Because now you go, I must go to the shop, then I must come back, then I must restart the braai. Not restart, but like get it going again, and then braai. Now we must all eat. Also, the braai that he done earlier is now done.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for those people. But also no.
As they're done, I should have braai them, eat at home and bring it to eat there.
So guys, if you are halal and you're going to eat by the non-halal friends, then just go make it at home.
But it sounds weird. Maybe they just weren't drinkers because for the simple fact that they didn't seem to mind what grill was on, and we don't know that. Yeah.
That's also true. Now you see us eyeing the thing. Then we asked Richelieu.
Next question. The funniest thing that's happened at a braai. I've been to countless braais. So the funniest thing I think that's happened at a braai for me, it wasn't really that funny though. I wasn't really invited to the braai. I just went with my cousin. And I got to this house and I met this guy and his girlfriend and whatever. And they were in the house and we were sitting outside around their little fire with their little chops and their sausages and things on. And they had arguments and he came out. I don't know if he was upset that we were there or he was just upset in general. And he kicked the braai. He kicked the braai stand over, bro. He kicked the whole braai stand. Cinders, charcoal, meat. He didn't care. Braai was over. Everyone was upset. I wasn't upset though. I was like, this guy is my hero. I want to kick a braai stand over with the braai meat on and not get hit by the whole party.
Oh my gosh. It sounds...
Yeah, that was funny for me.
I'd be laughing as well. Even if it was one meat now. But fair enough, if like your wife or your girlfriend is with it, it's like, don't laugh. Maybe you'll laugh later. But that's been funny for me, but again, it depends on who you are.
But also the thing of, it's so awkward when you're a guest at the braai. Because you can't be the first one to go dish. You must also dish in moderation. You can't be like out of pocket with the mensen.
I like it if that person is a new person and he just decided to raffle out. You know what I mean? Like nobody else knew him and someone brought him. Like I imagine that would be kak man.
When you kick the braai over, I would be. Actually, I think I would just laugh because you must be a mal night to do kak like that. Anyway, so then we asked Stacey.
So normally the funny things or the things that happen a couple of hours into the braai, and typically at the New Year's braai at the Plumstead Minnows house, it's always a lekker laugh when Daddy comes with his classic dance moves, and
that's my daddy.
Then everyone else kind of jumps in to dance with him, or actually mainly the girls will jump in and dance with him, so that's always a good laugh.
My daddy has some moves and when the top trick and then everybody's around and he's wanna slap that stick fucking thing like he's the center of attention now and he got crazy moves. Maybe you must see like he's like taking his legs out and stuff. Not that he has like you know what I mean, like he's just like very, very
the mood is in and it's also the thing of he becomes the star. If there's one thing about dads love being the star, like the center of attention. The main reason everybody is happy is because of them.
He passed the move, but then also now, and I think this is an old man thing, but when I start to fucking go home, then he's like, I'm going home now, where's my wife? My wife, come, take me home now. And he's like that.
Then the aunties are the opposite again, because then they go greet everybody.
Yeah, they want to sit there.
And it's a conversation, by you, Simon. Then it's a conversation, by your mommy. Then it's a conversation by your mommy about you. Mm-hmm. And then, we're just waiting. We're waiting for the Tupperware. Come, bring the Tupperware.
I was happy when I started driving myself because then you could leave when you want to also. Yeah. And especially like by those family ones when you were younger because you weren't actually there on your own good. You were there because you must come.
Because you had to be there. But also, when you leave, then you must just tell your mommy, just bring a parakat also. Bring something nice.
Yes.
I'm going now. I'm going to my friend Pai.
But then they slap you with the, if you want food, then you must come with.
Yes. That's the worst one. Because then you're just hungry. Now you're waiting for the food. And the only reason you get the food is because you were chunking the whole day for it. But, yeah. What was the funniest thing that happened?
To me?
Oh, wait. I feel like you got a long story in
I have more than one.
Okay, you go and then I'll go and then you go.
Okay. We were braaiing there by my parents' place. Obviously, I was younger. Now it's lekker. We braai. Then decided to make a potjies now, lekkertjes. We have obviously a drum, but it's half a drum. But the fucking thing is that now everybody's there. My cousin Michael's there, so Tokai is going. And now obviously the spot has been going for kak long, because if you do a pot from the beginning, it can go from anything from what, unless you parboiling shit, and it was a lamb curry pot. So it's obviously been done now for 3 hours now or some shit. Yo. And as we're about to take it off, and just bear in mind that this is an old drum, so it's corroded, so the whole fucking potjies valt right through the fucking braai, bro. We just about to eat it now. We laugh. Oh. Everybody just started fucking laughing. It was hilarious just because, my bro. There's nothing we can do about this now. What we're gonna do? We have said. So we didn't even eat. We just saved on.
There was no salads or anything that was meant to go with the potjie?
Nah, there was just a rice, obviously, and there was the potjie which fell right through the braai, my bro. Just crazy.
And everything fell out. You couldn't scrape together, lost the key.
Yeah, but now it's not because of that, because then my dogs were in there already. It was obviously forgot, but because the coals went through as well, so we couldn't get there as well, really. But it was kak funny at the time. No lies.
There was one day I don't know, we were still young. So we braai at my friend's place, right? But we planned the whole week. Okay, it's Friday night, we're going to braai there. Then we all sent the one bra, we sent him money because he was going to go buy the meat. Then, so we started the braai, we got there early. We're waiting for him. We're waiting like an hour already. So now the fire's ready. Now we're just waiting for him. I'm going to come now. I'm on my way. Hour goes by. Nah, I'm on my way. I'm coming now. No, my girlfriend said I couldn't come. Then we were basically there for 3 or 4 hours with warm coals waiting for cool braai. All we did was stand by a fire.
So what, he stole your money and he didn't buy the meat, or he had the meat?
He had the money, but he bought meat with it. He just didn't bring it. So then the next day he was like, okay guys, when we're gonna braai, then we were like, yeah.
So what happened to the meat?
No, we got it from him I think the Sunday, but then we just split it and we took it for us. We were so angry that we didn't get to braai. We just had a braai event with no meat. And it was
I wouldn't even give a fuck about the meat at the end. But weren't you guys also just liquor, smoking your hookah pipes or something? I don't know. What do you do at the braai if you do not drink and stuff? Just out of interest. You guys go to Seattle?
No, I don't know. It depends. But my braai had he had a snooker, like a pool board in the garage. So we were just basically playing pool.
Is it one of those pool boards at the hall that almost fit in the garage and you must lam in the corner and the pool stick must be up at 90 degrees to shoot down on the ball? You know what I mean? It's not enough space for the pool.
Nah, you had a double garage.
Okay.
It was the Richelieu.
Okay, nice.
So then, but it was kak because the pool board was far on the other side of the house from the braai. So there was always just one braai trying to keep the fire warm, and then the rest of us were playing on our own.
My one brother's tjoppie, he obviously wanted a pool board as much as he wanted to, but then you put it in the living room walkway, and then it's not a real place because you're against a wall when you're trying to shoot, you know?
I feel like uncles must be stopped when it comes to space, because they always buy the worst space things. The couch is too big. It doesn't fit in the lounge.
Nah, they need realization of their achievements. And getting that pool board, salute to you, uncle, for getting that kak that you wanted when you were younger. It's made a salute.
But there's no space. Now they got the big one. They didn't even... they didn't
put the top on and you sit by it for Easter and Christmas lunch. It's an investment, my darling. That's what they tell their wife.
They didn't buy the convertible one. They just bought the one. If there's no top for it, it's just a pool board. You must... Get the small one.
What's when you have it one and you put that old one then in and stuff, the 2 rents in. Like that one. But most of the time, I didn't have that one. I had that one where you just take the balls out and it comes right through. You know what I mean?
It's the one with the net. There's just the
like the snooker board.
Yeah, like a snooker board endings. But yeah, that was probably the best non-braai that we went to. And then I think, what did we eat though? think we just made sandwiches with the salads that we had. With the leftover salads.
I remember this one day, myself and Hayden again, and other brother Pampi. We go to the forest, but we don't take meat. We took a liter brandy and a vodka. And the people came to the forest. They were like, "Yeah, where's the braai and stuff?" And so we didn't bring anything, and we just got in our boots gesaved. And then we went to Spur after. It was weird, but I mean, it was
also,
funny.
It's not a bad plan because you go. Spur is gonna have it right. You're gonna be clean if you eat by Spur. You know what I mean?
To go sleep in the toilet. We were just plaintiffs. We didn't sleep. I mean, if we didn't sleep, we didn't eat at all.
I was gonna say, did you stay up from the?
No. It wasn't one of those.
Oh. Those now we're going to Newlands after, and we're gonna braai, and then.
Nah, we did that at Tokai before though.
Straight from the jaw.
Straight from the jaw, yeah.
The next question we asked was the salads. What's your 3 top salads and why?
I must tell you first. One day my brother and my cousin Bradley's braaiing, my daddy came and took us, and they're making a lekker small fire on the side of the house. And you walk in and he said, "You call this a fucking fire?" He's going and he's got the trees and he's putting his leg against the tree and pulling off all the takbokken. You know what I mean? The takkies. But like the hills of branches. And Bradley said he took the branches and he just put it on the fire. And the fire is moldering. And he said, "Right, I'm going to sleep now."
That's such a boss move. But that's also very, I'll say, uncle thing. To come there. What is this? Nah, I'm gonna make it right. End up fucking up the whole thing. He used to be plaintiff.
He walk outside and say, "Hey, where's the dacha? Ooh, which one are you smoking dacha here?" But he obviously doesn't smoke or anything. But he just come to cack to us outside. And then our friends obviously laugh at him.
But did they know that he's laughing? Did he know that they're laughing at him?
Yes, we like, I mean, it's funny. You just can't to talk nonsense.
The next question was, what's the top 3 salads and why?
Top 3 salads and why. You see, potato salad for me, I'm going to put right on top because you can't mess it up too much. Yes, there are people who mess it up by putting boiled eggs and, raisins and, jelly tots and stuff in. I'm sure there's somebody who has put jelly tots in potato salad. People do weird things like that because they think it's too simple, That's what makes it is that it's so simple. It just never fails. It just works well with meat. It's just a match made in heaven. What else? Second, baked bean salad. Like you cut a raw chili in a baked bean salad. It's always going to show up. Always there for you. And then the last one is such a humble, wonderful thing. It's just plain old tomato, onion, and coriander. When that thing soaks into like the garlic bread and you just get those remnants of the juices. Ah, man, what a time.
He likes it yesterday.
Yeah, he's going to catch a hot burn at the end.
Yeah, but I mean...
Potato salad is the main one.
I don't know. For me, I love me a noodle salad. I really, really love the noodle salad.
Would you take a noodle over potato?
I love noodle salad. Like, I would just make noodle salad with a lot of stuff. And again, like you used to say, beans. I love beans. And we just have to talk about the fact that they package sweet corn and beans so lekker that when we were younger, that we didn't have to have it. Obviously, now it's like different. When you go to a thing, people's coming with salads and stuff. But when you're at Fokol and you're at the forest, you just take a can of beans and a can of sweet corn from your mommy's cupboard, whatever, and then you sort it. And that's fine.
You can actually read your mommy's salad before a braai and pitch up as someone with a proper salad also. So respect to Koo for caking us. Then we asked Richelieu.
So top 3 salads and why? For me, top 3. Okay, I'm a potato salad. I love the potato salad. I judge very, very harshly on the quality of potato salad. Like if I can see the potato through the mayo, or there's no other garnishings, or the potatoes are hard. So potato salad is my number 1. Number 2 will also have to be a coleslaw. I love a coleslaw for the mayo and the flavor because I eat steak mainly. So steak and I eat ribs also. Ribs and the coleslaw is like the best combo for me. And thirdly, beans. The beans, a little bit of cucumber, tomato, chili. That's my... obviously salt and vinegar. But yeah, so potato salad, coleslaw, and last but not least, it's your potatoes. I mean, your beans.
It's very true. My mommy also really loves a coleslaw. But I don't know if have you ever had pineapple, no? But then grated carrots.
Yes, that
And
is a
then
move.
My mom loves that, and it's also kaklik.
The thing is, coleslaw is also an art. There's an art behind the coleslaw because I've been to a few braais where they got it wrong or when it stands for too long. So I think there was a time where people stopped making coleslaw for braais.
Is it?
Not stop making it. It's less popular.
I think so as well. I don't think it's the most popular one of them.
Yeah. Also because you know that catches that water at the bottom of the coleslaw, and it's the worst because that water doesn't do justice to your paper plate.
Mm-hmm.
If you're rolling with a paper plate, at least.
But it's also lekker to improvise. Like my friend Lois, she does a mad noodle, but a curry one, and it's lekker. Like we always ask her, like, you have people that do like certain
Yeah, that's your speciality.
Please bring your potato bag. Please bring your noodle salad. Please bring your potato salad. And it's lekker to improvise. Because I used to somewhat do a noodle now, but then I take diced bacon and I gooi it in there. Obviously, you can't do that. But it also works. Like you take some sausages did before. Some into the noodle salad as well. It's lekker. And like stickies of pineapple and some cheese as well. It's really good.
It sounds like So my other move is Woolworths. You just stop at Woolworths before the braai if you don't have the time. And then but you must take a bowl from home. So when you rock up to the braai, it's in the bowl. You just make the move. And then people think that you're better than you. But also,
you mean you transfer it?
Yeah, you must transfer
exactly
it. They won't know, guys. They never know. Or if you do know, please never tell me. The other thing is, Richelieu made a good point because he was saying the potatoes there's a medium it must be.
I always parboil. I don't know, it sounds like it, but I think you have to boil the potatoes. I'm sorry. But yeah.
No, but the thing of it also, have you had potato salad when it's too soft?
Yeah, it's like mushy because it's in too long. Yeah, people do that by mistake.
I didn't know. Some people have preference.
It's because sometimes they cube it too small and then it just boils away.
Yes, that's a good point. Guys, we at the end of the year when we have our
this thing,
when we have our what are we having?
There's so much stuff towards it now.
Yeah, it's a full event. We are going to have handball tournament.
Yes.
We're having a dams tournament also.
Yes, and a Bring and Braai now.
And a Bring and Braai and a platter party.
A salad competition.
And you must have spikes. That's the T's and C's. Stacey.
With salads, there's always a battle between who does it best.
Yeah, here we go.
So someone will make coleslaw with just mayo, but way too much. Then the vegetables are like swimming in the mayo. But then mommy actually makes it the best for me with the right amount of mayo and sugar and vinegar and raisins. And sometimes she'll even put like 2 tablespoons of orange juice or something in it. So it's always just a little bit better. And then actually the same applies for potato salad. Some people will come with just mayo and parsley. And then others will add boiled egg and grated onion. So actually I think I win the potato salad war.
Stacey does do a really good salad, but she also makes a lekker, how can I say, like fresh salads, like, lots of greens in it, and then sometimes some nuts in there as well, which is also lekker to have. But like I was saying with my mommy and coleslaw, you just heard, and obviously I haven't heard what Stacey has to say, I'm just listening to it for the first time, and it's so lekker to get that parallels that we've lived the same type of life, obviously, since we're siblings.
So guys, here's the fight though.
I think everybody's hit potato rice. I think
No, it's not that. What else do you put in the potato salad? So for me, potato salad must be potato salad. It's in the word, it's only potato and the salad of... So
like, you don't like the egg in it, obviously?
Nah, not egg, not the raisins, not jelly tots, nothing. I don't know. Because you know what the problem is if you bite like it's a potato and it's an egg, that's not a vibe. I don't like surprises. What I see must be the same thing in my mouth.
That's I like when people do improvise on salads. It just makes like, oh, well, I didn't think that this would work together. So I'm always trying to try something new though with a salad.
No, so the thing is, you must try something new, but still give me the basic. If you're gonna give me potato salad with, I don't know, roses in, give me potato salad. That's also standard, so I can go. The other one is better. I don't get when people come with like their own goede cheese, man, because they're not just like.
Do you think, just on this, because it's obviously a side, do potato bakes and veggie bakes constitute as salads in this scenario?
It's interesting. I would say yes. Because it's a side. At the braai, anything that's a side is a salad. You buy meat and you buy sides like salads, and then it doesn't matter if it's baked or how much preparation goes into it. It's a salad. Even the chips, the Lay's chips, is a salad. It all just counts. What else counts as the salad though?
Well, we can't say the garlic bread counts as the salad. I would really think that there's a hard line to be drawn there because it is a salad, but it's definitely not a salad.
Also because it's on the braai. So technically it's not a salad, it's then with the meat. I think, you know what why?
A salad is a vegetable. Come on. That's what we said. So if the bake is a vegetable, then it's a salad. And bread isn't a vegetable.
No, so you know in vowels, right? It's A-E-I-O-U. Then you get the Y. The Y is not a vowel, but does the work of a vowel. Am I making sense?
I don't know. Anyways, where are you going with this train of thought?
That the Y is the garlic bread. It's a consonant and a vowel at the same time. And we don't judge it.
Okay, but
thank you for going with me on the metaphor.
Do you, with regards to garlic bread, do you like the standard one? Do you like the one with the cheese in, or is it also the one that's the chili garlic bread? Because
do you like the small garlic breads, like man garlic bread, or do you like the loaf?
I don't know. The small ones are liquor when you make your own ones because I sometimes do like some butter and some garlic and then you just slice up a nice hot dog roll, you put it in and you put it on the fire. And it's liquor because you can just do it in your oven or your microwave quick if you have a convection. But for traditional purposes, I really like seeing that massive garlic bread on there. And also it's like doing a garlic bread is a fucking skill because some people can fuck it up. They can easily burn it, or it can be like when it's said mush in between it, and then you're eating that paste, and that is cack.
That's the worst. Oh, but you were talking about the other things that goes on garlic rolls.
Yeah, so do you like which one?
So I only recently came across the sweet chili one.
That's also a good one, yeah.
Yeah, that was a banger. Like it was a surprise where in my mind I go, it should work, but this is working so much more.
I like the traditional one the best, obviously.
Obviously, the plain, I actually judge people who don't like garlic roll.
Who doesn't like garlic bread?
I don't know. Guys, if you are listening, please name and shame people who don't like garlic roll.
Maybe they're on diet. Yeah,
yeah, but I mean, it counts as a salad in some cases.
True.
Then the cheese is always good, but again, sometimes they use like a droog cheese, and if they don't braai it properly, it doesn't. I don't know. It ends up with a mush in the middle. Then the cheese doesn't always work out.
Like a vetste gouda. I love gouda though.
Then what was the next question we had? It is, what do you bring to the braai? When we asked Donovan.
Braai. Meat. I like to bring meat to the braai, but not just for myself, for everybody else. But I always like to throw in a little bit extra, especially as a starter, just chow off the fire. Like I'll always bring like a pack of kidneys, or what else? Liver, chow it with coarse salt straight off the fire, bro. When you lick your fingers as you grab that meat off the grill and you do that snap thing, that's how it needs to be done. Just to liven things up a little bit, man. Braaiing like a steak and wors and all of those things. Yeah, that's cool, but you just gotta throw in something else there a little bit just to make people stop and go, hey, you can tell this was from Tata,
Interesting thing to bring to a braai is like, oh, sorry about that. But that thing of to spice things up, to make people speak. It's an interesting thing to do because it ends up happening anyway. Like I've been to braais where guys bring, like the first time you come across ostrich meat at the braai. You remember that when the first part brought it and you're like, what is this? No man, just try it, I'll voice you.
That's like the time when I was at the braai and someone brought some buka. I was like, what is this? Just try it.
And it's been 23 years since. But yeah, that's actually a quiet move to live. It's like 30 seconds at the braai. That's also a needed. It's another event that must happen at the braai, the game spot.
Okay, you just plan the stuff and I'll see if I can stick it that day, okay?
Okay, so guys, at our end of year party we're having, you must come with your games. Then we asked Richelieu.
What do I bring to a braai? So generally, I don't go to, those braais when they say, bring your own meat. I don't go at all. But generally, if I come to the braai, I always have beers. I come with beers to the braai. and a bottle of like whiskey or something, but I don't carry it with me. I leave it in the car because I don't know how big this party is going to be. And
He's scope of what
I'm forced to bring something. If it's like the family, then they say bring the salad because they break it up. I go with whatever they say. But generally, I just bring what I'm drinking. I don't bring the food because I want you to show me your braai. Because if I have a braai, then it's not, you're not inviting me to a braai. If I'm bringing the meat, I can braai my meat at home. You know what I'm saying? So I don't take meat. I just take salad, and that's only in a very, very, very special circumstance will I take a salad. Like if it's your anniversary, I'll bring a salad. But other than that, it's just me and my beers. A lot of beers though, enough for 5 of us to drink 2 each.
I think that's what we talked about earlier when we say the braai is the vehicle that just gets the people together. The thing that you stand around when you're shaping or when you're in Swanakaya. And that's what it's there for. Not so much that we're going to frit, really. Sometimes it is for that it was family circumstances. But overall, I really think that sometimes it's just the excuse to lam with your mates and shape and have a good time.
But that's the thing. That's why I get upset when people get angry at a braai. Because then I don't know. There's always reasons why someone can... Getting angry is very easy for men, sir. So I'm trying to think of... I remember a time when someone was complaining about the braai, about the meat. Then I was just like, yeah, but we're all here. We're all in a good mood. The food is lekker. Some of the food, who just don't eat the meat and let it.
Like with my family and stuff, we all actually do the same thing. Everybody brings their beers and their dope and their meat. So everybody's just tossed in full. You know what I mean? So it's a lekker buzz. And there's also none of that kak where... That's his mom meat and stuff.
Yes,
all the meat goes into one bucket and you eat it, and you'll say, yo, Melanie, that chop sauce is lekker, where did you get it? And you should be like, it's so nice. And then if somebody will say, hey, Marsha, or hey, Jill, or hey, Stacey, this is so lekker, why did you do this? And that's what it's about, the sharing verse. But some people are so fucked up about it. To be honest with you, they'll be like, I'm going to do my own meat on this side, or let me look after this, and I'm going to feed my family. And this is expensive Woolies chops, and I want this for me because I especially went to see it. Whereas I would just go to the shop it's closest to me that I can get to and just put it there, and then whoever gets it, it's not a thing about that.
It's so that's why also, so when most times in my families, it's one person will bring one thing, and then that means it must be shared. You can't bring one thing and go, oh no, this is only for us. But it's when people hold mini braais in their own braai. Calm down, guys. You only brought one bucket chips. Calm down.
I think that's just about how you are. Everybody is differently socially. Like, we just lamb together, then we'll play playing games, and then we'll be dancing later on and singing, and they'll come for your second plate or something later on, or your t-shirt for my mommy and them, and they'll be gone, and then different party starts afterwards, you know. My brother-in-law will maybe go and DJ a bit, you know. It's kaklikker. I enjoy it so much.
We're going to have a braai end of here. Anyway, here's Stacey.
And then, you always have somebody in the family who they love to bring just a toss. And then they come with all the bags of the components of the toss because they're going to make it at the house.
She's like, I'll make a salad or something. But sometimes also like... you on your way there, you don't have meat in your house, or you don't have other stuff, so you're getting your meat and stuff, and you're just like, you know what, I'm not going to buy the ready spiced meat because it's more expensive, so I'm just going to go to Stacey or to Yaaseen's place, and then I'll some spice it there, or ask them for a bowl, and I just put the lettuce with the roasted tomatoes, and then it's fucking done. You know what I mean? A stick vinaigrette there for you, nice. You know what I mean? It's like that. Get it done.
Yeah, but it's also the thing of, because you must know everybody gets to the braai late. It's only the person that starts the fire. That person is the only person on time.
But the fire needs to start at a certain time, because there's so much times I've been at a place where it's too late. And then it's like, top is 10 and stuff. And we've been starting the fire over and over because every time something is happening where you're saping or some kak is happening. And it's kak lekker to also to do that now. But then the ladies must fucking eat and the old people must go home.
And no one can do any of those until they eat. Old people won't go home until the food is there.
Yeah.
I've been at braais where it's like 12:30 and then we're eating. And then the old people say, no, I'm here for the braai and we're going with the braai.
And you must also have a sticky cake for them.
Oh yes, the cake. We need to discuss that also, is the desserts.
That's only like super rare though. But for like even you at someone's place for a braai, but then there's like an event, like it's someone's birthday, and then you're braaiing, and then you need to have cake and tea as well.
Or you are sometimes it happens with me where I'm the one that just doesn't bring anything to the anything to the braai. That was a burp, guys. Excuse me. And then they just push you to go buy dessert. Just go to Woolies quickly, buy a cake.
Get the triple choc.
The cheesecake one. Then we also asked, when you don't bring meat, what can you take home as a barakat?
When you don't bring meat, what can you take home as a barakat? You can take home the leftover ice in a bag. That's all you get. Alternatively, the corsi from the thingy, man, from the garlic bread. There's always that bit at the end. Nobody really chows the thing. It always stays behind with a little bit of foil. It's often burnt as well. That's it. That's all you get. I'm trying to think. Is there a piece of meat that you can get? No. That's it.
Not even the ice, because someone need to go buy the ice, which means you can't even take that home. But have you gotten a bin pot of the garlic roll?
Yes, like sometimes you just want garlic roll, but like I said earlier on, the garlic roll is much more complicated than people realize, and to get it right takes time. And sometimes people either rush it because they're in a rush to eat now, or but also sometimes it's too late because now all the coals is frick because you did so much and now you think it's done, but that's when you have it, that stick mush that we talk about, and that is the worst thing you can do.
I like the end of the garlic roll though.
Yeah?
The end of the garlic roll, I grand it also.
That oval thing at the back.
Yeah, also because it's like a cone. And the inside is always done. I don't know why, but the end is always done so lekker. That's one of my favorite.
It is a smaller area, I guess. I don't know.
What can you take home?
Maybe I've been at a braai already now where this man sticked out now, but he brought an obscure bottle of dop now, and then everything else is open already now. And then now everybody's saping and there's a lot of dop going around. But then now this man, obviously now, because the dope is getting done, so we're going to get to it. But he's soon to take his bottle, then he's smart. He's like, he saved it away, and then he spat home. And
he took his bottle with him?
Where is it? And like, nah, he gooi, but he's splinters, because he already saved everyone else's dope.
Nice.
So it's a bit like that, though. But
it's a cock move.
what I think you can take home, you have to be early enough, and there has to be no priority for other people's dogs. Yes, you can take a plate for Snowy.
No, look, if you don't bring anything to the braai, let's say if you're a friend and you don't bring anything, then you must put in the work. Like you must either go clean, go do the dishes, you must either braai, but you must make a move if you want your barakat.
Like a dobby.
You're gonna get a suck.
Maybe you got the chopper in the boot. Maybe something like that. You got coals or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you must have something. Like you can't come with, if you complete nothing and you're a friend of a friend, then you can maybe.
I used to have a friend who used to come to all the braais with like a stick frozen a whole chicken, and it used to be a joke, obviously. But it's funny initially, but my bro.
But you're friting lekker.
Yeah.
Yes, Richelieu.
So what do you allowed to take home if you don't bring anything? So I'm very, 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 I'm very skilled and knowledgeable in this department because I don't ever take the meat. So you shouldn't really take anything if you didn't bring anything. But sometimes the people make a lot of stuff, so like too much salad. Now you can take home a bit of the lettuce and tomatoes, or like the last 2 beers that nobody drank. But generally, if you didn't bring anything, leave as you came, as they say. You came in alone, you leave alone. Don't take what does not belong to you. Because people also bring meat, but they bring cheap meat, and then they take home steaks. So don't do that. Don't take from the braai. Just leave. Go home. Sleep.
You know, when it's also like just on that, like, because he's talking about obviously having a lot of like now some of my family used to work at Woolies and stuff, and they get waste and then they stick it with the heels and stuff. But then they phone you before and they say, don't bring meat, there's too much food here, because this is what we do, because all of us is thinking like, just in case someone don't have, but then everybody stick it like fucking that. And then it's just too much food.
But the other trick is that I saw once is that if you bring nothing, you must make brasse with the auntie that is in the kitchen. Because when you leave and she sees, are you empty-handed? No, my child, you can't. Then come on, give your barakat. Because then it is given to you.
You speak about your mom. You're feeling frail.
Yes. But you make brasse with the auntie. Oh no, my mom also nice. Oh, she makes it like this. Then the auntie love you. Then she will give you a barakat, and then it means that you didn't take, it was given to
She'll
you.
find a connection to actually know your mommy.
You know, your mommy, no? Is your mommy Fatima's cousin? Yes, I know your mommy. We were at school together,
Yep.
and we also related. Our grandfathers are cousins also. Always in the mix. Stacey.
Can you take home a barakat if you didn't bring meat? There are only 2 instances when you can do that. And that's if you're given something to take home to your mommy or your daddy, like the auntie and the uncle. You get given something to give to an auntie or an uncle. Or if there's a massive over-catering issue and there's no space in the hostess fridge for leftovers. That's the only 2 times you can take a barakat.
Yeah, the fridge must be full already.
It's so weird. I said that stuff and Stacey said the exact same fucking
You can hear
stuff.
yourself from the same mom. Your mommy taught you well. You don't take home.
But also, have you ever been, in instance, like I've braaid here before and there's a klomp meat now, but then you've list to braai because it's been like a few weeks, maybe a month since your last braai. But then now you're sitting fast with braai and you're eating braai 4 days in a row and you're like, no, I don't lust for braai anymore. Then you pack dik for the mense who's hungry. Then it goes to the robot and I say, yeah, here's a bucket meat for you. And
It's
it's
a
like
braai.
chops and whatever.
Happy Heritage
But also
Day.
it's lekker to give away for somebody who doesn't normally get something, and then I really do enjoy that as well.
That is, yeah. But that's the other thing about braai is like, if you, let's say you braai Sunday, Monday and Tuesday are still good days to eat braai. Because after that, when you get to Wednesday, then you're just like, I should have been smarter and given away of the food already. Even with salads can't sit 3 days. It's just
No. You're adding more mayo to it and stuff. Nah.
But also a noodle salad is really great. Just on a special shout out I want to give to the braai or for the braai is that plastic piece that goes under the
Yes. Under the paper plate.
under the paper plate.
It used to be that other one that used to have like a thatch one. Remember the thatch one?
Yes,
That
yes.
is like iconic.
But the problem with that one is that it used to break the plate sometimes. It wasn't always good.
There were sharp stickies
Yeah.
on the side.
It was sometimes as you're sitting and then it prick you in your legs because you was eating off your. Also, you're supposed to eat off your legs. Eh? You must. If you're sitting by the table, it's not really.
Now the table is for like the aunties and the uncles,
Yeah.
maybe inside, but having that white table, I think you've seen. I have 2 of them. Those are like just so needed. Once you have those, then you know you're serious as well. Those fold-out white tables.
Yeah, you also make the braai efficient for those things.
But I mean, it started with the potjies, and then the old door. You know what I mean?
Yo, shout out to doors, really with the breakthrough. Then what is the other thing I was going to say now? What are the 5 things that must be on a braai plate?
For me,
Yes.
my 5 essentials. I do like a chop. I need a chop. I love a good chop.
But
A
do you what size chop? Do you like big chops?
I like a big chop.
Yeah.
But the small ones also lekker when you make the fat so crispy as well. Those are also fucking good. So depending on how it's braaid, you might actually find yourself deviating there.
Because that's the thing. Some people think small chops. They think less of the small chops.
I think it's stewing for most of the time.
Yeah, but small chops at the braai has its role. It's like fun. It's almost like chicken legs. It's a chicken leg of a chop. So yeah, shout out to the small chop as well.
After the chop, I would definitely have a wingy. I like wings. I like wingies. I know potjies and like thighs and stuff, but if I had to choose a piece of chicken to decide, I will take wingies. I like wingies, like 3 wingies on my plate.
The thing is, I prefer wingies from like my KFC wings.
Okay.
So I feel like braai wings doesn't.
Nah.
It's good and I like it. Don't get me wrong.
One day I'm gonna make for you. Okay.
Okay, guys. At the end of the year, we're having a braai. But yeah, so wings on a braai is not it's not like a necessity. I like it if it's there, but it's not my go-to.
Okay.
And then what else is it?
Then I need to have garlic bread.
Yeah, standard.
Have to have garlic bread, and that's up to 3 already, and I'm gonna choose obviously.
How many slices of garlic bread though? That's also
I need
also
3.
important.
I need
Yes.
3 at least.
Yes.
But if it's a lot of people, I'm fine with 2. Then after that, I need my salad, which again, everybody has told him early on, it's noodle salad. It's my favorite salad. So it's up to 4 again. You
Okay.
obviously going to change that around there.
Yeah. So okay. So I'll go before you endorse, right? I'll go with I like 2 small chops, right? Then it's like a piece of sausage. The sausage always, I don't know what it is, but it almost feels like it makes more meat sense to have that sausage piece. Then it's I'd also go with garlic roll, but I want 2 pieces from the middle. Like I like the end piece, but sometimes 2 from the middle is a more magic in it. But 3 slices, you can't go 4. Because if you get that 4th slice, it fucks up the whole plate. It just doesn't do right.
And you feel full now.
Yeah, like it.
Yeah.
Then I go now.
Well, they come back again if there is more.
Because also you go, it's almost like you wasted the rest of the plate.
Yeah.
Now the other good is just slamming. I'd go with a potato as my fighter, and a bean salad. I like it bean salad with is it the chili? Yeah, they were saying with the chili in or so. But then it means I must get a fork. That's the only other problem.
That's true.
And,
But you're not eating potato salad with your hand, are you?
You can
Okay.
potato salad. You can grab it when it's the right texture. You can use your hand still.
I think that's different because we're drinking as we're eating, so you know,
Yeah.
when you're holding your plate with your one hand, kind of.
So for me, when I dirty my glass. My glass is dirty. I also dirty it because then I know it's mine. And I
Our
want to
glasses
take
are
my
very
glass.
dirty, Braai. It's got fingerprints on it, and it looks so how can I say, so musty.
Yeah, it's also because the mayo is dry on there, and you know mayo is not a good one.
But-
and then what's your 4th one?
My fifth, I think that it's obviously you can go with another meat and stuff. Obviously, it'll definitely be sausage. I think so. But I mean, there's so much stuff that I'm leaving out, like this steak and oopsies. Obviously, you don't eat
What is
oopsies.
oopsies?
It's like a wrapped bacon, and it's in a marinade or a basting, and then you just put it on the fire.
Sounds like a vibe. But like if it was a halal one, someone come make a moopsies, please.
But I mean, there's also lekker stuff. I've been on mentioning, like putting a sticky corn.
Hold on.
Corn on the cob.
There is millis.
With-
It's
yeah,
called
millis.
millis.
Yeah.
Then how
Don't
do
get
you
to it.
how do you like your sweet corn? Must it be like the one in the sauce or the one that's just like corn?
Nah, I like the sauce one. And I think people also like this salad definitely. Like, do you like a warm noodle salad? Or I mean, a warm potato, a warm beans or a warm sweet corn? Because I like mine cold. And a lot of people like theirs warmed.
All my salads must be cold.
Yeah.
I don't like warm because it feels like it messes with the other temperatures on my plate. And it also causes more soggy to the paper plates, guys. Please. So
Yeah, but then you spoke about the holder.
yeah, the holder still has holes in it also. It's not a complete one. But you also know that means that come with the plastic plates.
Yeah.
Those people are too prepared, I feel like.
Now they got that set in the come with a picnic basket. But fuck, man. Look, I respect it. Like, in the come with the iron cups and stuff.
Oh.
And it's really, really just.
Yes, but that you must braai with 4 people because there must only be 4 people to be using it. As soon as you have like the 6th and the 8th person, now we're not you.
Yeah, but it depends where you are. Like, if you're at the forest or at someone's house,
no,
then
then
it
those
depends, yeah.
So if you're in the forest, those things are quiet though.
Yeah.
Because it's proper kit. But I don't like to leave people out. Everybody must feel the same, and everybody must look for a seat so that they can eat on the floor. Then yeah, what's your 4th one?
I said, man, I
What was
gave
it?
you my 5. It was the wingy, it was a tjoppie, it was the potato salad, garlic bread, and then a sticky sausage. But I mean, obviously, there's a lot that we're leaving out. But if I had to just design my
Well,
ultimate plate that
yeah.
I would list for, typically, that would be the normal.
Yo, you know what I left out? What I'd actually swap my garlic roll for maybe is the toasty.
The toasties are so iconic. No?
Ooh, because also it must be, but it must be like proper toasties, like braai toasties. Like
Like
it
you
must,
put in between the grill and there's
Yes.
those marks. So then you get them out and you make them into little triangles.
Yo, that's on my list now. But also like it must be on a roll. It mustn't be on bread. It must be
Yeah.
like on that Turk roll or like braai roll cheese.
Oh, actually, you talk about braai broodjies.
Braai broodjies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are very nice. And also, like you were speaking about earlier on, they have the flavors, the sweet chili
Yes,
and all that
those
kind.
also got, yeah. I had a cheese and garlic one a
Yes.
few weeks ago.
My friend, when we go camping, Lois, she has a jaffle maker. So when we go to camp, and then the jaffle comes out, and that is obviously I only know typically have it when we go camping. And
That's
camping
next level though.
is quite.
You with a braai. Could you put the braai in there somewhere?
Well, the jaffel, you just put it onto the coals basically, and it gets done on its own. It's like the man in the iron mask kind of cast thing, you know what I mean?
No, because in my mind I go, so you make the chop lekker, then you put it on the bread in the jaffel maker. Then it's braai in a sandwich.
Oh yeah, but I mean that's almost lekker to do. You take you do it the next day, then you break up the stukkies and you put it inside it with the cheese and the onions, and it's very lekker, obviously.
That sounds like a jump. Yo.
What is your 5? You said.
So it is a chop. It is it's the sausage. It's the garlic roll, but I'll swap it for the braai broodjies, depending. Potato salad. What is the other one? The beans. And the fifth one. So it's tough for the fifth one because I would like chicken also. I grand braai chicken because it's also the tenderness of it. Yeah. So I'm gonna go with chicken.
Sure.
There's another thing. I know these things are missing, and
No,
it's bothering
there's
me
gonna
now.
be a lot.
It's bothering me that there's so many guys. What am I missing from the top 5?
Yes, you must let us know, obviously, definitely. But I also like to take a chance to go into the past for a second, yes, and just speak about nostalgia.
Tell me more.
I think that I hope a lot of the listeners do remember, but like the Tokai forest was so iconic, and obviously it's changed a lot now with regards to rules and stuff. But when I used to gooi with my bietjie or my brasse and stuff, and there was always a debate of which is the best day to go, like if it's going to be the Saturday or the Sunday. The Sunday always used to ruk, but the Saturday was just so much lekker because you still had the sun to recover. But the Sunday in the forest, it was unlike anything like cars slatting. I remember one day, my friend Turk said he someone was slatting in the forest, and then he let the sand go onto the men's braai at the fucking front of the guy forest. And the men's was obviously just, and then he just spat away. But the guy forest was crazy.
Did you know the mensa though?
No, we had no idea who they were. But he was just for sin. Like nobody would really do that besides him.
Yeah.
But I remember like the guy forest this one time. Friend had a mini, like a old school mini, and we were drifting around the trees.
Yes, it was also gesak though, probably.
Yeah, it was lekker fun. It was one of those days when it wasn't too full in Tokai, but Tokai used to be such a religion for a lot of us that I don't know if you remember going into Tokai, but you have to get there early as well because
I think I was only there twice, like for like in my younger days for braais. And I remember in the times I was there, it was before because it was like out. Because every car that pulled up had a system.
Yeah.
Or in every group there was one who was like, your job here today is you here for the music.
Yeah.
Do your thing. Yes. And then also it becomes like basically a club next to a club next to a club. Even though you can hear everyone's music, but everybody's music in their space was moving, and it was always jazz.
It was.
Also, that braai didn't need to bring anything because you could fit focal in the boot because there was speakers. Only thing in the car was speakers.
The days of subwoofers used to be crazy. But I remember also again when I was young, but then you used to go play in the river there and you used to have fun. But then as you grew up, you discovered alcohol, you discovered your body. But coming into Tokai, or just even before you get there, then you and your brasses going to either to the Smoky or you're going to Midmar or something, because it was one of the ones that was on the way to the forest. So you either go to like Ike or you go to Morgan's or to Midmar, because there was no bottle store on the way before. And now there is obviously one that's like by Blue Root and shit. But I mean, it wasn't one of those easy ones to get out of your car to attend to. Then you get to the forest, and now if you don't get there early, you don't have the luxury of getting the best spots or the spots that you want, because people was like, go to the spot where it was used to be, you know, the one there by the corner or something. Or at the back, the back of the guy used to be fucking wild, maybe. All the taxis used to go to the back, and you see the men started rolling, then the bricks started going, maybe. It used to be madness, the fights that used to break out.
Sounds like the Wild West.
But you can also understand a bit now why it stopped and why they clamped down, because now you can't play music, not allowed to have alcohol, they search your bags and stuff. You're going to
it's a proper clean cut now,
which is far from what it used to be. And we used to get flinters, and we used to have such a lekker time this whole day in the forest, and coming home obviously take a sip. And again, drinking and driving, I actually don't drink and drive at all now anymore. Like obviously I do drink, but I stopped that many years ago. And it's just like we just didn't care, and it was just
look, it wasn't that far from you guys though.
No, it wasn't. But still, it's not something that
we don't encourage it, guys.
Yeah.
Please be responsible. Also, we're living in tough times. Look after each other.
But maybe they're used to, like, say when you work alone people, then you have to look for the spot with the double braai spots. Then you have to go look. But also if it's late, then you see everybody's looking. Look for someone you know. Then everybody's looking around. But also as you braai, you like also like, fuck, I hope nobody's coming through late, because then you see someone and know you're gonna say, can we come lam here by you, and maybe just braai after you and stuff. Then they're just lamming on the side because no one knows them, but they maybe met you somewhere along the way. But it's also about that, you know what I mean? Just don't catch and cut, because again, people is safe and stuff.
And
but also
everybody's caught you to fights when you
Yeah.
when you're in a good space and someone disturbs your vibe. You
But
must
also,
catch it.
you don't know who you're gonna get and how it's gonna go down the forest. But overall, had befucked times, just braaiing, drinking, and having fun and playing dams in the forest. Hot days, the baboons maybe sticking out, coming to grab a bag, grab a like pick the babies up. Here's the baboons. Ah, my word, like, if I could go back and have one more Tokai forest day of that with no inhibitions and just having fun, I'd be there so quickly. It was just
Guys, at the end of the year, we're having a Braai and Braai forest.
Yo, if we can hire that place out, maybe it was so just, but yo, we had crazy times, maybe just having fun there, and people's obviously young to going to old, and like when you were,
it's a transition phases.
you know, when people's jawling in the back seat of cars, and you know what I mean?
It's kak funny.
It used to be such a vibe, and obviously it's just missed. But I mean, understandably, because we caught on so much crack, they straffed us.
Well deserved stuff.
I don't know.
So that's the end of the. Is that the end of the episode?
I think so. I think we had this is a lekker topic though. But there's so much means that we didn't even discuss.
There's roles there are roles at the braai we haven't discussed, guys. Please tell us the roles.
No, but I remember this one day the top is all clear. We do a collection. Now we do a collection with a hat.
Yeah.
Someone take off the hat. You throw it around there. We went to the smoky. We came back with 7 bottles of brandy the one day.
It was a good collection, isn't it?
Yeah, but the thing is that everybody's here to save me, and
Yeah.
stuff. And it doesn't matter how much you give as much you can. But the thing is that dope is just freaking expensive now.
Yeah.
We don't actually do that like it used to be anymore. It's just not like that anymore.
No, but I mean, it's more that you guys could whoop out enough money for so much brandy also.
Our priorities were straight then. No school fees and stuff. Not like this.
When the brasses still had money to burn also.
Yeah. But also, like, we didn't talk about the part of the braai that turned into the fucking party. You know what I mean? When that is clear, and if the music started, and it was like a salute, and the system is loud. Yo, like camp used to be on a level with that.
Shout out to the spotlight that in the yard really came through and provided us with a good party. I won't lie.
Yo, it's so much fun, man. But like, honestly, just like having that the vibe. You know, there's like that time where everything is just liquor before you go home, and the sun is hitting right, everything feels good. You
The
don't
stars
wanna
align for that
stay.
moment. It's also the thing of when you're in charge of the music at the braai, you will get judged as soon as the song starts. That people will tell you it's a kak song or not. That's the. I've actually pushed my responsibilities away. That's not a good space to be. Because if you catch a wrong song, you must have the next one ready.
Definitely.
Else you end the party.
Nah, maybe it used to be compilation CDs. Oh, but when a man used to have that CD shuttle.
Ooh. The catalog was ready, yo.
But when they whip out that black CD cover book and you just loving it going through it, and all the names is on the stuff like that.
Or it just says mix CD 1, mix CD 2. It just have
Engelbert
items.
Humperdinck, Quando, and kak me bro. Lekker.
But you must play it's always go for the karaoke. It's the safest bet at every braai. It always works, and someone will always know the words, so you'll be safe.
Yeah, that's a good time.
End of the year, we're having a braai, guys.
I think at the beginning, like we said, a braai is a vehicle for lambing.
It is.
I really think so.
If nothing happens at the braai, it's still a good braai.
Yeah.
If there's good or bad, if it's just salad, it's still a braai. And if everybody's together, that's the only thing we need.
I remember this man hit someone with a grill.
A hot grill.
Yeah, because he was going on kak, man. Not a hot grill. I think it was just like they were just rolling and he was from another side. And yeah.
Did it leave that lines on his face?
Nah, just on his back. But yeah, that fizzled out. Don't worry. They're still brothers today. I don't know. But yeah, it was crazy times. It was fun times though. I'm sure everybody that's listening has had lekker stories.
And yeah, guys, tell us your silly stories at
Yes,
the Braai.
please.
Tell us your top 5 and your role at the Braai. My role is also the kakprater.
Of course.
Yeah, so you stand at the Braai, tell a bit jokes, get the people going
You
there.
should criticize a man now. You were like, oh, does this go on sound or something?
I have no knowledge of braaiing. Like I feel so bad when they put me in charge and I'm just like, no guys, we must find someone else. I can't. I don't like the pressure because I feel like I let down the day if I mess it up. So I just let someone, a more professional person, do it. But yeah, I took by the Braai. I go talk in the kitchen. Go talk to the children. So if everybody knows Yaaseen is present, that's my role.
That's good. We all have our roles. But salute. Yeah, this was fun, Yaaseen.
Away. Shout for listening, guys. Tell us what you would like us to speak about. Also give us ideas. And then also because the people that reply and share stuff, we are so grateful and thank you for that.
Away. Talk to us.
Yeah, talk to us. Tell us about it. Also because we'd like to get you guys on the show also.
Yeah, which we're going to be doing a bit more of soon.
Soon. I'm Yaaseen Bonds.
Sam and Orgill.
And this is the
Lekker Boys podcast. Safe.